amis. Bonjour.
Welcome to our restaurant Evet. Today is very special because I'm here to introduce
Chef Brain.
Chef Brain.
Yeah, so I'm very lucky that I get to work at Evet alongside Yanis. Obviously, Jan's come in a few times as a guest.
Yes, I have. I came here with my mom. It was delicious.
Yeah.
She's very happy.
Amazing. So a few weeks ago, I was lucky enough that, obviously, being from Australia, which I should have mentioned earlier, I worked at a restaurant that was Thai-based, and recently Evet and that restaurant, which is called Firedor in Surrey Hills, Sydney, did a collaboration and just cooked some large pieces of beef and drink some nice wine. So.
Rock and roll, yeah, because today I think the main is like fire, meat, and wine. That's it. So, guys.
What else do you need?
Golf. Golf. Okay, let's go. So, introduction of today's protein, please.
Yes. We're very, very lucky that when we did the collaboration 2-3 weeks ago, we were Lennox and Joseph were generous enough to leave us some of this beef that we can have today. So this is 100% Hanu. It is sirloin, which has been aged on the bone. And what has happened here is over 90 days, it's been sitting in the dry ager, developing flavor. And when you age meat itself, the actual tendons start to break down. So you can see, I can just easily
Let me show.
break open the beef. And that's the beauty of aging. The outside is, a lot of this was trimmed off. You can't eat the outside, and then you're just left with this golden egg in the middle.
Why you can't eat
I think it's a mix of texture and oxidized blood. You can see now on the outside here, it's obviously slowly started to oxidize. It's a darker color, but this isn't as, the outside's quite dry. Also, we have a few lamb racks. I've started to render these down very slowly.
extra bonus.
I've never seen aged lamb before.
Maybe I'll get this started first on the grill, and I'll talk you through it. And while we're waiting for our meat to decanter, we'll start looking at this wine.
All right.
Look at this. The chef just burned the floor with the charcoal and he just signed it.
Oh, wow.
So first thing we're going to do, we're going to get this lamb up, and we're slowly. So the wood that we're using today, we're using an apple wood. So that mixed with our charcoal, which is over here, is a handmade charcoal from Jirisan at the bottom of Korea. It's a perfect mix. So you need not just the perfect ingredients, but you need the perfect vessels for cooking. The other thing we want to look at doing is you never want to keep it still for too long. Because every time you move the beef somewhere, you're losing this patch of heat, and over here is getting hotter, and you keep moving and chasing the intense heat.
Oh, okay. So how many?
That is a good tip.
Yeah.
Good tips, yeah. Smell this.
So you can see already, like I've done nothing, and there's a crust. And that's how we're actually going to get most of our cooking done.
Oh. Wow.
My family has a really big lamb farm west of Sydney.
Okay.
So I've grown up with amazing lamb, luckily. So my grandma actually doesn't have an electrical oven. My great-grandmother, who's still alive, she has a wood-fired hearth at home.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so she's 101 this year, and she still cooks over fire.
Australia. We all from Australia.
All right, mate.
So the most famous winery in Australia is
Penfolds.
great.
I got it right? Oh my God, I wasn't so sure.
The best wine is what? Is a Penfold, but not just a common Penfold. Today, I got offered this bottle by our handsome big boss Adam. So this is a very special vineyard in Barossa Valley. It's the Grand Cru, like Eau des Châteaux, Margaux, Lafite, Mouton. So Grange, Penfolds Grange. This wine used to be called, I don't know if you remember, maybe when you were young, but until 1990, this wine being called Grange Hermitage. Hermitage is the appellation in Rhône Valley, which is a great appellation for Syrah, Shiraz.
Okay.
This is 98% of Shiraz 2% of Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay.
And after 1990, they stopped the appellation because probably the French frog say like, oh guys, you cannot use the name over there. So, and we are on the vintage 2014, a very great vintage for Penfolds. You remember the magic word when you hear the sound? 1, 2, 3.
Happiness.
Yes. Look at this black.
Oh my God. Everything smells really good in here.
Just right here. And then, so double decanting is normally you put this back into the bottle. But 2014 might have some sediment. So use another decanter and go for a double decanting like this. We are shocking the wine, but we're gonna respect this wine with mixing with a beautiful beef from Korea and lamb from New Zealand. And one more, just in case, for the beef. Sure. Have you ever tried the Grange Penfolds?
Never.
The winery started in 1844 in Australia, in Barossa.
1844.
The man, I don't know if you know Bryn, but the man was a doctor.
A doctor.
He was a doctor, and the first winery, Penfolds, they were doing the 20 ports and all those kind of like fortified wine. And Grange is the highest, beautiful. There was a bottle sold for like $124,000 US. It's a great wine.
Some guy in Dubai just said.
And I think even for Bryn, I think that's not the wine you drink every day in Australia.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Normally, the wine we drink every day comes from a bag.
Yeah, from a bag, a good. And one small wine story. Do you know which wine is the most market power brand in the world? From Australia.
Can I take a guess and say it's a yellowtail?
Yes, right.
Thank you
It's
very
a
much.
yellow. He knows. Yellow.
In there. Straight onto our refrito. We'll take this other side off.
Touch Guillaume. The temper is like.
See, it's red, but it feels bouncy. You know what I mean? That's what you're chasing, and that's why I cook it so slowly up there.
Can you hear the sound? It starts from here. It starts from the sound.
Yeah.
And then the taste. You can do whatever you say. You can even yoke if you want.
That's it. And that.
So beautiful, deep, dark, plummy color.
Yeah, well,
First.
amazing. Now smell and drink. That's
You just smell first. You get all the aroma into your nose. You have a piece of lamb first. You enjoy your lamb for like 30 seconds. And then you refresh with this one. Thank you for coming.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
Merci.
Thank you, guys.
It's pretty fucking good, right?
Lemon juice and lamb.
Right. And this is what I'm talking about, having rare lamb. You need to do it properly. Like, you need to slowly bring the heat into there, not aggressively. So it's warm in the middle. Like, realistically, that is going to be 54 to 55 degrees on the inside. But obviously, you don't lose the color and you don't lose any of the texture.
It's the best lamb I've ever had.
Bogoba.
Yeah.
Try.
Let's go.
You see, full body. Try this.
Oh yeah.
This is a silky, crazy, beautiful wine.
Elegant but strong.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like even just as much as food, like Australian food and wine is starting to have its own sort of renaissance. It's becoming quite popular.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Like, Australia is so far away from everywhere. We don't have Michelin. You know, we've just got one top 100 best in the restaurant game now.
Yes.
So I feel like it's a very undervalued country.
Just
and-
amazing. Wow.
Nice.
Oh. Oh la la, look at this pinky beauty. No,
And that's it. That's it.
That
Just
is-
that color. That's what we're chasing.
this is great, guys. This one, this color of wine. Wine pairing start by the nose, but the sound of like cutting everything.
Yeah.
The visual, this bloody red wine with this like beautiful meat.
What I would like to say with this is
Okay.
when the beef ages, there's different notes because it ages differently along the bone.
Yeah.
So Yanis, you're gonna eat this piece.
Oh, yes, sir.
You're gonna have this piece here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then you're gonna have that piece.
That's same with the wine. Sometimes the top of the bottle and the bottom taste different because the time aging, the bottle breeding and stuff. So the appetizer till main course, the wine is different.
The aging generally around the fat area is where you're gonna get the most nutty notes.
I normally don't like aging, but this is really crazy.
It's done properly.
That-
Anything done nicely is always gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Wow.
There's a lot of,
Wow.
I don't know if it's oak, but it's woody. It's
Very woody.
very woody. That's
That's
magic.
from cooking of the
That's the
charcoal.
magic from the yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now you want to try the top piece here?
Wow.
So it's going to be quite trained to the tongue, but it's a very slightly more intense flavor along the top. And that's why at 90 days it's quite hard to distinguish, but when you're doing things like Freak of Nature, like Lennox is doing, where he does anywhere from 200 to 300, it's like eating a different steak from both sides. Very interesting. It's very hard to find something like this in Korea, done properly, done nicely. So.
This is also very hard to find.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is crazy.
It's
This,
powerful and elegance at the same time.
oh, and then you know the blend of this silky tannin, but very astringent, everything, the texture with the pepper flavor, and this one.
Chef, when you cook for your grandma, what did she say? She's like,
Oh, it's been a very long time since I've cooked
Get
for her.
out of here, she said.
So she's the expert. She's the expert in our family of cooking. So she's very famous in our family for baking. Also, I'm very lucky that my father used to be a butcher.
Okay.
So he owned 3 butcher shops in Sydney.
What a family.
yeah,
And then on my father's side of the family, raising
you-
cattle. So
You're a Majandong boy, actually.
yeah.
We're gonna finish here and finish eating slowly.
Yeah.
I think they're so enough, and maybe they really piss at us because we're having fun, but they don't.
oh, come to Restaurant Everett. I mean, now this is here. It's always
This
here.
is here we have. Anyway, Brain, thank you so
Amazing.
much for today.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you,
Love
guys.
Love and
Bye.
happiness.
Yeah.
Bye.